When you see a headline like, "Sandra Bullock's early bikini photos are inappropriate even for adults, must watch," your imagination is pushed toward something extreme, scandalous, or forbidden. That reaction is exactly what the headline is designed to trigger. But the real story has very little to do with a bikini. It is really about how women in the public eye are treated and how moments from decades ago can still be twisted into controversy today. Stick with me until the end, because once you understand what is actually happening, these so-called must-see headlines won't look the same again. Early in her career, Sandra Bullock was doing what most working actors do, taking roles, attending shoots, and slowly building the reputation she has today. That included beach scenes, promotional photos, and casual moments involving swimwear. At the time, these images were ordinary, harmless, and appropriate for the era. They were simply part of the job and part of life. Years later, however, those same photos are pulled out of context and repackaged with dramatic labels claiming they are somehow too much for viewers. Nothing shocking actually happened in those images. There were no hidden scandals, no secret footage, and no inappropriate behavior. They are simple photos of a young woman wearing standard swimwear, taken for magazines or film promotion. The only thing that changed over time is how the internet chooses to frame them. Sensational headlines are built to provoke outrage and curiosity, even when there is nothing outrageous to see. The issue is not Sandra Bullock herself. The issue is how these images are presented as something shameful or forbidden. The contradiction is obvious. A headline warns that the photos are inappropriate, while simultaneously encouraging people to look. This tactic has existed in media for decades. Manufacture controversy, place blame on the woman, and use the resulting buzz to attract attention. Sandra Bullock did not create these headlines. She did not ask for moments from her early career to be framed as scandalous. She lived her life, did her work, and others later turned those memories into clickbait. If you imagine what those photos likely show, it's nothing unusual. A typical swimsuit you'd see on any beach, a relaxed pose, a smile, maybe movement near the water. The images themselves are not shocking. What is unsettling is how quickly a woman's body is labeled inappropriate simply for existing in a normal way. This behavior sends a troubling message. It teaches younger audiences that their bodies can be judged, reinterpreted, and turned into controversy years later without their consent. An innocent moment can be rewritten into something negative just because someone wants attention. That does not only affect celebrities, it affects everyone. The outrage has nothing to do with clothing. It is about judgment, control, and the belief that public figures no longer own their past. Sandra Bullock's career is defined by talent, professionalism, and memorable performances, not by a swimsuit worn long ago. Yet some people still try to reduce her story to those images. Once you remove the exaggerated language and fake shock, the story collapses. What remains is a respected actress who once appeared in normal swimwear. The so-called scandal disappears, leaving only a choice, whether we continue to fall for manipulative headlines or learn to see through them. Now I want to know what you think. Is it fair to resurrect harmless old photos just to spark outrage, or should we leave the past where it belongs? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy content that goes beyond surface-level drama and exposes how these headlines really work, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown.